Hey everybody, Jam Creates here, doing another comic book review. This time we are hitting up Exilium issue 5. This is number 5 in a 6-issue limited series from Alterna Comics, and it is $1.50. So you have no excuse for not buying any of these books. So anyway, um, this is my review of Exilium number 5. If you know, I've enjoyed this series thus far. If you've been watching my previous, I've reviewed every issue in the series. I've enjoyed it. And dun, dun, dun. So let's get into it. This is, and again, I'm just saying, Ben, I'm interested. I want to know more. Anyway, we get to let me do the credits real quick. You know I love to do this. Ben Slabak, or is it Slayback? Oh, crud, dude. I'm so sorry. I screwed up your name again. I'll get it right eventually. The series is almost over. Eventually, I'll get it right. So I think it's Slapback. I think I did get it right. All right, whatever. Anyway, he is the creator and the writer. Solomon Farias is the penciler and inker. Mark Sintas does the colors, and HDE does the letters. The art in this book has consistently really been top notch, as have the colors and the writing. So where did we leave off? I mean, this is the, as people like to say when they want to sound fancy, this is the penultimate chapter in the Exilium saga. That's a fun word, though, penultimate. That's why people do it, because it just sounds fancy. It's a fancy way of saying the next to last issue. So we've discovered that the Exilium, like, the Exilium are out there. We found them. We met our characters met with them, and they're trying to work out asking for help, and they were pretty much roundly rejected. And then True, who was on board, that they didn't know he was on board. They want to catch him. They don't like the fact that he's on there because he's one of the aliens that they hate to begin with. And then Nia, it turns out, she gets into this. This is where we left off in the last issue. She opens up the hangar, and then she sees all these spaceships, and she's like, "What?" She's like, the Exilium have been working with the invaders of Earth, the ones who are wiping out Earth and chased the the refugee aliens. You're working with them? Like, what the frig? And then she ends up in a ship trying to hide from them, and then accidentally turns the ship on, and it's like, well, at that point, she starts blasting her way through. It's a very it's kind of a very Star Wars episode 1 almost Anakin like whoopsie kind of thing. But then we get this cool shot here when she blasts through this wall, and there's all these other ships there all docked, and it's like, holy smokes, like, how many of these things are there? And things are just unraveling. Our heroes are really in trouble here. They're being pursued by the aliens, the invaders, and then we see some interesting things that happen during this fight. Like, for example, just an electricity. One of them, they're going through these doors as they're closing. So again, just look at the art. Art's really great on this. As they're coming through the door, this fantastic looking hand gets slammed in the door, and you'd think like, well, that's gonna just chop a person's hand off, but he's still there, and so they blow him, and it's like clearly robots. Like, obviously, look at the arm. So they seal the thing up, and like the conspiracy is just getting worse. Like, what is going on? These aliens, like, what are they? Are they like, they're robots? Like, what is going on here? And like, so then Nia's in this, like, she's in this ship, and there's like, then she starts getting, like, they're pursuing her. Obviously they don't want her to escape. And then she winds up look at that. That's great. What a great panel that is. Like, anyway, so they're getting their butts handed to them, and you're like, oh crud, this is not good. And just things are really. I mean, like this is like it is like I said, the penultimate chapter. So things are just picking up, and they're really coming to a head, and it's coming to a fast pace now of, you know, she's trying to get away, and she's being pursued. She manages to like slam them through, you know, just make it through like tight squeezes to get through. Like, I mean, and here you have like the tightest of squeezes as she's making her way through, and then she winds up. Let's skip just a wee bit. She winds up meeting up with her crewmates, meeting up with her friends, and there's some fun little like interaction between the holographic thing, Fok, and True, or Teru, however you're supposed to say his name. So anyway, like, you know, like the bottom line is they find out like obviously this is not cool, and they're trying to make their way out. They're trying to escape, and I don't want to like just give it all away, but the guy that she had met, I believe his name is Eric. He meets up with them, and he's like, I had nothing to do with this. I don't know what's going on. We didn't all know. And he it turned out he actually was helping them to escape. And then there is a great bad guy moment that happens, and it's like, wait a minute, what is going on? And you don't know who to trust or what to believe, and neither do our heroes. We don't know who to trust, what to believe, or exactly what is the deal with these aliens. And are they aliens? Are they robots? Are they working with the Exilium, or did the Exilium create these things? Like, what is the deal? And it's really like, what the heck is happening? Like, there's a lot of, and it's just the bad guys have been shown to be truly, like, the Exilium have been shown to be like, they are the bad guys. Something is wrong here. We don't know. We came to them for help, and turns out like they were the wrong people to come to for help. Definitely, because they are in cahoots. That's right, I said cahoots. They are cahooting with the aliens, or are they? Are they aliens, or are they just robots? Like, what is the deal? What is going on with these things? And that's the beauty of where we're at. Like, it's been one big mystery throughout, and it's been unraveling. And this issue really ramps up the pace of the action. It's a very action-heavy issue, which is fun to see. It's fun to see our heroes fighting and in trouble, and it'll be fun to see how they ultimately get out of trouble in the final issue, and how they solve this whole thing, and what the ultimate outcome is of the entire thing. Are they going to be able to save Earth? Are they not going to be able? Like, what is going on? Like, how are they going to do this, and what's going to happen? So that's where we're at with this story. So, if you've been following along, I mean, if you haven't read the other issues, I can't say to you, oh, well, just pick up this one and go from here. I mean, it's the next to last issue. I mean, it's a limited series, and it's the next to last issue. What do you think it's going to be? Like, of course it's going to be, like, heavy on picking up the pieces and putting the story all together. So I don't know that I would recommend just go out and get this issue, but I would certainly recommend reading the entire series. And that actually leads me into something else. They did, the creator of this did a Kickstarter for a graphic novel version where they're going to put all 6 issues together into one, add some bonus content and some other stuff. And they had some really cool, like, tiers with some neat stuff, like a flash drive with True's face. They had a True, like, little statuette that looks cool. But now he also just put the crowdfunder up on Indiegogo. And I know it's going to be a fairly short one, so by the time you see this video, it may be close to being over. So I would definitely recommend going out and just checking Indiegogo for the Exilium crowdfund, see for the graphic novel. And if you haven't read any of these, maybe that's the way to go. I mean, maybe go pick up the graphic novel, and you'll get some bonus stuff to go along with it if you do the the crowdfund, or you can go hit up your local shop and pick up the issues. I mean, again, they're only $1.50 each, so even to pick up a 6-issue series, this is not a huge ask. You know what I mean? When the other companies are selling one issue for $4.99, asking someone to buy 6 issues at $1.50 a piece is certainly not a big ask at all. It's a great value. So anyway, I would definitely recommend for sure this series as a whole. Definitely. So I would say check it out. But I would definitely recommend go back and read the whole thing. And I have a plan for myself of when issue 6 comes out. I'm going to review issue 6, but then I also am going to go back and just reread the entire series from start to finish, all in one shot, because I feel like that is the ultimate way to experience this. There's a lot of glare on this cover. It's just the way my lighting is set up down here in my basement. I'll work on it, see if I can get it better. So that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you here. You can follow me on Twitter at jam_creates. Follow me on Instagram at jam_creates. Instagram is mostly for pictures of my dog and my artwork. Now that I've got my desk, maybe I'll start being able to figure out how to do some drawing videos with a better setup and stuff. Like, I really only ever did like one drawing video back when I first started the channel because it was hard for me to set up. So I'm going to figure it out. I'll work on it, and hopefully we can get there. All right, so I will talk to you guys soon. And splang! A very glary peace out.